Good morning. Welcome to the flower farm. I wanted to bring you guys along today and show you what I'm harvesting. It has been a busy summer for me with flowers. Lots of weddings, lots of farmers markets, and I thought I'd bring you along for the harvest. Today's video is sponsored by Native. They make the deodorant I've been using for the past 3 years, so I'm gonna be bragging on them a little bit later. It's about 7 a.m. right now. Got a ton of phlox, got a ton of zinnias to harvest. Status, I thought it would be fun to kind of do an update, what I've been growing, what's like coming on now. We've got dahlias, we've got cosmos. Let's get started. These are the Queen Lime series. Aren't those just gorgeous? This color and like the inner ring of the like yellow bits in the middle. They're all just a tad bit different, but this color palette is so fun. This is a bed of beautiful white status, and these are totally ready to pick. Also behind them, aren't these the cutest little zinnias? They're the Lilliput, I don't know how to call it. The Lilliput mix. And I'm definitely gonna be using some of these purples for a restaurant delivery that I have this week. I already harvested some yesterday, and these are really fun. It's called Zinderella lilac or lavender, I forget, but they're fun. They're almost like a little cupcake top. Okay, I think I got this side done. Move on over to the other side, and we are gonna have hundreds. So this side's done, this side's not done. I'm gonna have so many of these white status today. Okay, next up on the agenda are these beautiful pincushion flowers. I've got them in this like periwinkle color, so many in the white. Oh, can you guys see that butterfly? Isn't that so pretty? Oh, there's two. Pollinators love me. One color combination that I like a lot right now is those Queen Lime zinnias and this cherry caramel phlox. They have these like burgundy centers, and they're a little bit creamy. I actually like it too with the Dara in there. I think that would be a really nice combo. Okay, we gotta get some of this. We'll get some more of those zinnias, and then we'll head to the cosmos. I'm about halfway through harvesting, still lots more to go. But I wanted to talk about today's sponsor, which is Native. They have been my deodorant for the past, I think, 3 years now, ever since we took that trip to Europe. I got a little travel size just in the, like travel section at Target, and I have been hooked ever since. Like, the scents they have are awesome. The one that hooked me originally was like a coconut vanilla. Right now I'm wearing the pina colada. And what I love about their deodorant, I mean, I really put it to the test. Like, it is full sun. It's at least 80 degrees today. And I'm busting up a sweat. I've got sweat on my upper lip. I am sweating. I am like cooling, self-cooling, but I don't stink. And that is what I want in a deodorant. If you're trying to choose a scent, the coconut and vanilla is a really nice, light, fresh coconut. I got hooked on this one for the first year. Pina colada is really similar, but add in pineapple. It's like very summer. And then rosé is like a bright strawberry wine, and it has kind of a floral undertone to it. It's a little bit stronger than the others. They're more mellow coconut, but I don't think you can go wrong. And there's a whole bunch more scents on their website. The texture on these is not sticky, and it dries quickly. They use ingredients like coconut oil and shea butter, so it feels good to apply. They're aluminum-free, paraben-free, cruelty-free, and vegan. And one of the coolest things is that their new packaging is 100% plastic-free.
For 3 plastic-free deodorants, it would normally be $39, but if you use my link and code, NaturallyB, you'll get these for $26, and that's over 33% off. With my code, you can also get 20% off any body wash or toothpaste.
I mean, I think 3 years in and still using the product is a pretty good testimonial to why I like it, and I think you guys will too. So it's starting to get really sunny, not ideal for harvesting, and I need to get these flowers that we already have back home and into the cooler. I also have a dentist appointment with Carter later, so I need to get finished up. I've got 2 more buckets, and then later on in the video, we are going to make a little arrangement. So let's get to it. Last 2 buckets, home stretch. Aren't these just so gorgeous? They definitely have that kind of fall tone and like feeling to them. And then I've got some like the cherry ones over here. Aren't they pretty? But we are just like overflowing this bed, so I need to get to harvesting. One thing that I do try to keep in mind when I'm cutting something like Rudbeckia is that this is a cut and come again flower. So wherever I cut this, it's going to encourage the plant to branch below that. So like for instance, I've got this one here ready to harvest. I could have harvested this even a couple days ago. So I'm looking for at least 20 inches down. I'd like to go below the netting, and I'm gonna look for like probably about right here is where I would cut this, because I'm looking for right above a leaf, and it's gonna encourage the branching below. And if if I were to just cut this right about here, it's gonna encourage short little branches. But if you cut really deep, so like really deep in there, it's gonna encourage the plant to branch and send out more long, beautiful stems that I can use in whatever sort of bouquet I'd like to use it for. They just so pretty, and they're so sturdy. I love Rudbeckia. So here's the before, and then here is the after. It's got to be at least 100 stems here. It's probably took me, I don't know, harvesting's always deceiving. Probably took me about 15 minutes to get all of these stems. All right, next bucket. All right, so I just got done harvesting the cosmos, and now I'm over here at the Coreopsis. It's my first time growing this year, so I'm not too sure like how well this holds up in the vase. I still got those Rudbeckia over there. I'm just gonna leave them. It's getting too hot. But I don't know how well this holds up or where to harvest it. I'm thinking probably the best stage to harvest would be just before it's about to pop open, like this one here. But a lot of this is already open, so I'm just gonna cut, I don't know, maybe 10 stems, and we'll do some tests. See how we like it, see if I'll grow it again next year. It does seem to be really, really productive. Okay, just got back. Cooling down, got a little bit of AC. Let me show you what we got. Buckets upon buckets. This is everything from today. It's crazy because when you look at it, like one bucket, this is so many flowers, like so many. And so we got our pincushion flower, or scabiosa. Got a bunch of these lily-put zinnias, tons of straw flower. We've got our phlox down here, cherry caramel, and the David phlox. I've got all of these zinnias. We've got our queen lime zinnias, snapdragons, Rudbeckia. So many. I mean, there's got to be at least 100, if not 200 stems there. Status. I picked some asters. These are my Zinderella peach zinnias. I did end up grabbing some of these Rudbeckia, the cherry ones. I couldn't help myself. And then the Coreopsis and the cosmos. All right, so it's later. We are back from Carter's dentist appointment. Flowers are all hydrated, and we are gonna make some table arrangements. I've got a delivery tomorrow for a local restaurant. We're doing 15 tables, so let me bring you along and you can see what we're making. All right, so I've got my bucket of basil there, and I actually have already started kind of making these up, and I was like, oh no, I was gonna film this. So what I'm making, like I said, is just some little table vases, just simple bud vase, bringing in a lot of color. And then we've got the basil this week, and it just smells like fantastic. So I'm just gonna make up 15 of these. I think the little zinnias, though, they look so cute in there, and especially, you know, to bring pops of color to a space that's otherwise pretty dark, this is perfect. The only constraints that I have are that they want bright and cheery. So I think these accomplish that. So I've got 2 done. And how I set these up usually is I'll put my greens in, and then I'll start adding my focal flowers, like the certain colors I want. So I'm gonna do like a pink, purple, and a yellow. And then I also want to add in some of this cosmos. And got a snapdragon. Yeah, I'll usually prep about, you know, 4 or 5 at a time. So I've got those there that I'm just gonna keep adding to. And I'll usually grab 1 ingredient at a time. So, you know, I've done all my basil. I'm working on the zinnias right now. And then I'll go with 2 scabiosa for each one, and so on and so forth. Can you see me? Okay. I think that'll do. This is one of those nice things about having like a restaurant delivery or even a wedding that week. I guess weddings usually, you know, I'm more constrained to a specific palette, but I love being able to have an outlet, especially early in the summer season, for some of these shorter flowers. Because I mean, for a market bouquet, like what am I gonna do with that? Like they need to be like 20 inches long, and these are just so short. So it's nice to be able to have a retail outlet for some of these shorter stems. Now I don't have too many of these yellow zinnias. I actually wish I had more. So I do have some little sunflowers. These are ones that I spaced super, super close together. And to be honest, they were kind of around the weeds. So I'm gonna be using these in some of the arrangements that still need a pop of yellow. Something else I'm always keeping in mind with my restaurant deliveries, especially, I mean all the time, but especially for restaurants, is you always want to deliver with a vase full of water, and you want to make sure there is no foliage or anything in that water, because realistically they're not going to be changing it. You know, it's going to sit out for the week, and its vase life is just going to be like coasting through. So if I've got some stems in the water, it's going to foul. They're not going to last. But if you take care of the client and, you know, make sure the water's really clean, it's really full, then they'll keep booking you. Basil. So this is Mrs. Burns Citrus Lemon Basil. It smells like Fruity Pebbles. It's amazing. This, I know that they're going to mention this basil because it's the first of the season, and it just smells so good. Like, I'm sure guests will comment on how fresh and bright these will smell. So cool. It's nice being able to provide a product, you know, that you can't get somewhere else. It's not like, you know, you could just go to the grocery store and make up some little bouquets. You really can't get product like this without growing it or going to, you know, being a florist and going to a wholesale market. There's just something so cheery about sunflowers and zinnias. Those little pops of yellow. I think this fits the bill. They're gonna love it. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for tonight's video. I'm gonna head in and make dinner, but give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you'd like to see like a full flower farm tour, let me know down in the comments. See you soon.